Dear student, today we will start the module 1 of your engineering statistics and linear algebra. Module 1 is single random variables, which is completely in the topic of statistics. Okay, so now in single random variable we are going to learn about sample space, random variable, and some more distributions, uniform, exponential, and Gaussian, Poisson distribution, and all. Okay, first we'll see the definition of sample space. The definition, what is definition? The range of all possible outcomes of an experiment. The range of all possible outcomes of an experiment is known as the sample space, which is denoted by capital S. What is the definition? The range of all possible outcomes of an experiment. For example, if you take an experiment, the name of experiment is tossing a coin. The name of experiment is tossing a coin. Okay, if we toss a coin, the possible outcomes is or possible outcomes if we when we tossing a coin is head and tail, head or tail, anyone. If we toss a coin one time, then the possible outcome is head or tail. Therefore, the range of all possible outcomes is head and tail. This is the sample space. Sample space contains head and tail in this example. Okay. Then random variables. What are random variables? Random variables, which it is a function which can take on any value from the sample space. It is a function which can take on any value from the sample space and having range of some set of real numbers. And having range of some set of real numbers is known as the random variable. Okay, which is, for example, which is also called as single random variable. Random variable, which is nothing but single random variables. Okay, for example, let's take an example of experiment of tossing 3 coins at the same time. If we toss 3 coins at the same time, the possible outcomes are head, or head, tail, or head, tail, head, or tail, head, and or head, tail, and THT means tail, head, tail, and tail, head, and tail, tail. These are all the possible outcomes, which is the range of possible outcomes, which is nothing but sample space, which we denoted by capital S. Okay, this is the sample space for this example. If we toss 3 coins at the same time, we get these 8 possible outcomes. Okay, total possibilities are 2 cube, which is equal to 8 possible outcomes. This is the sample space. Random variable, here let's suppose the number of tails is the random variable x. This is sample space, and if we take the number of tails is the random variable x, then the random variable x, which is equals to x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7, x8. 8 possibilities, 8 outcomes. Okay, here x1, x2, x, certain values of that random variable x, certain values of random variable x. Okay, what is random variable here? Random variable is number of tails is the random variable. Okay, number of trails, x1 takes h. X1 corresponds to h. H of first, if we toss 3 coins, then possibility is all are head. Therefore, the number of tails is the random variable x means number of tails in the first possibilities is 0. Here all are head. Therefore, number of tails is 0. Okay. In next two, which is corresponds to HT. HT means first two head and third coin gives tail. Then the number of tails in this possibility is 1. Then the value, certain value of random variable is, we write it here as 1, because the number of tails in second possibility is 1. Okay. In third possibility, x3 associated with HTH. Here also the number of tails is 1. Okay. X3 and 1. X4 THH. In this also number of tails is 1. Number of tail is 1. Okay. In X5 HTT, which is the possibility. In this number of tails are 2. TT means here H denotes the head, and T denotes the tail. If we toss 3 coins at the same time, the possibility outcomes are this sample space. Okay, the range of possible outcomes are this sample space. Here H denotes the head and T denotes the tail. Therefore, X5 associated with HTT. Therefore, the number of tails in this possibility is 2. Therefore, we write X5. The value of X5 is 2. Okay. X6 also THT. First gives tail and then head and then tail. Therefore, number of tail in this possibility is 2. Here also 2. The next possibility X7 for X7 also 2. Therefore, the last possibility tail. Here the number of tails are 3. Okay. This is the random variable X. Okay. If we toss 3 coins at a time, this is an example. For the experiment, the sample space is this. All 8 possibilities are the sample space, and if we take number of tails is the random variable X, then the random variable X is this 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay. So now next, types of random variable. What are the types of random variable? Types of random variables are discrete random variable and continuous random variable. First one is discrete random variable. And second one is continuous random variable. Okay. For both random variable, we need to satisfy some of the conditions. For both, some of the conditions. Okay. That is, the conditions are, for discrete random variable, we need to use probability mass function. Probability, what is PMF? PMF, we are going to study further. For discrete, we use probability mass function. For continuous random variable, we need to use probability density function. Okay, probability density function. Okay. First, there are 2 types, discrete random variables and continuous random variables. Therefore, the discrete random variable. What is discrete random variable? Discrete random variables are the random variables which can take on only finite number of values. Finite number of values means in finite number of values in a finite observation interval. Okay. So we can say the discrete random variable has distinct value that can be counted. Distinct value, but that can be counted. The example is tossing a coin. If we toss a coin, the finite number of values are head and tail. Number of head. The observation, finite observation. If we toss a coin 100 times, then the possibility of outcomes is head or tail. Okay, this is finite. The number of values are finite, and number of observation, if we take number of observation, then the finite number of observation, then we get finite number of values. Okay, the possibility outcomes are head and tail when we toss a coin. Okay, this is discrete random variable. What is continuous random variable? Continuous random variable that takes an infinite number of values is known as continuous random variable. Okay, infinite number of values. Here in discrete random variable, we take only finite number of values. In continuous random variable, we take infinite number of values, which is known as continuous random variable. Okay, many physical systems or experiments can produce infinite number of outputs. Infinite number of outputs are nothing but outcomes. Okay, outputs in a finite time of observation. Here also we take finite time of observation, but the values are infinite number of values. Okay, in such cases we will continue random variable to define output to such system. For example, noise voltage that is generated by an electronic amplifier has a continuous amplitude. Okay, infinite value which has infinite value. Continuous amplitude means noise voltage that is generated by an electronic amplifier as a amplitude is continuous, like amplitude, continuous amplitude. Okay, that is infinite. Okay, this is the types of random variable, discrete random variable and continuous random variable. Then cumulative distribution function, shortly we call that as CDF, cumulative distribution function, which is also called as continuous distribution function. Cumulative distribution function has so many names. Okay, the one is continuous distribution function. What is the cumulative distribution function CDF of a random variable x? Here capital X is the random variable, may be defined as the probability that the random variable x takes a value less than or equal to x. What is cumulative distribution function? Probability that the random variable x takes a value more than, less than or equal to. The random variable x takes a value less than or equal to x. Here x is the value of the random variable. Mathematically CDF which is denoted as f suffix x of x, fx of x, which is CDF. CDF means cumulative distribution function, may be defined as which is CDF, which is nothing but fx of x, which is equal to probability of random variable x which is less than or equal to the value mod x. This is cumulative distribution function. The cumulative distribution function also called as probability distribution function of the random variable and distribution function of the random variable and cumulative probability distribution function. Okay, these three are also names of cumulative distribution function. Okay, so CDF may be defined for continuous random variables and discrete random variables, which means finite values and infinite values. They are taking CDF may be used or defined for continuous random variable and discrete random variable, for both. Okay. Next, we'll see properties of cumulative distribution function. What are properties? What is cumulative distribution function is probability of a random variable x which is less than or equal to x, the value x. It is CDF. What is property 1? Property 1 is cumulative distribution function, which is defined as fx of x which is equal to probability of random variable x which is less than or equal to x. So its value is always between 0 and 1. This is the property. Probability is always, the maximum probability is always 1 and minimum probability is 0. Okay. Probability lies between 0 and 1. The maximum probability is 1, minimum probability is 0. What is fx of x is cumulative distribution function, which is nothing but probability of random variable x less than or equal to small x. Okay, this is property 1. Property 2. Property 2. What is fx of cumulative distribution function for the value minus infinity? Cumulative distribution function for the value of the random variable x for the value minus infinity is 0, which means the minimum probability is 0. And the cumulative distribution function of a random variable x of the x of value infinity is 1, which means the maximum probability is 1. Okay, the property which is lies between 0 and 1, property 1. Property 2 is the maximum is 1 and minimum is 0. For this, here the explanation is the cumulative distribution function of the random variable x of value minus infinity, which is equal to limit extending to infinity. Here limit extending to infinity, fx, which is equal to limit extending to minus infinity, minus infinity. Fx is, what is fx? Fx is the cumulative distribution function. Integration of small fx is the probability density function. Okay, the probability density function. Integral from minus infinity to random value of the random variable x, which is small fx dx, which gives minus infinity to infinity, minus infinity to minus infinity, because here x tends to minus infinity, therefore minus infinity to minus infinity fx dx, which is equals to 0. Okay. Similarly, for cumulative distribution function for the random variable x for the value infinity, which is nothing but same thing, limit extending to infinity fx cumulative distribution function, and the limit extending to infinity, the cumulative distribution function is write this as integral of minus infinity to x. Capital fx gives here small fx dx. Okay, fx of infinity, which gives 1, minus infinity to infinity, because x is extending to infinity. Okay, integral from minus infinity to infinity fx dx gives 1. Okay. This is okay. That means the probability lies between 0 and 1. The R cumulative distribution function lies between 0 and 1. Okay. Property 3. Property 3 is fx of x1. Here x1 is certain values of random variable x. The cumulative distribution of a random variable x for the value x1, which is less than or equal to fx cumulative distribution function of a random variable x for the value x2, if which is less than or equal to this is less than or equal to this, if x1 is less than or equal to x2. Okay, according to this property, fx, that is the CDF means cumulative distribution function, is a monotonic non-decreasing function of x, monotonically non-decreasing. Okay. Okay. So now we will see CDF cumulative distribution function for discrete random variables. If x is a discrete random variable, then it takes on values at discrete points. If x is a discrete random variable, then it takes values at discrete point. Therefore, CDF can define for this case as we already know that by the definition of cumulative distribution function, we have probability of random variable x, which is less than or equal to x. Suppose we take the random variable x as x1, x2, x3, x4, x so on up to xn. Number line x1, x2, so on up to x1, up from x1 to so on up to xn. Number line means, so the CDF for a discrete random variable for the complete range of x, the CDF cumulative distribution function for discrete random variable for complete range of x can be defined as fx of x is equal to 0. That is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n p of x equals to xi from 1 to n. Here I from 1 to n xi, which is equals to 1 for minus infinity to minus infinity less than or equal to x less than or equal to x1. For x1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to xn. For xn less than or equal to x less than or equal to infinity. This is minus infinity to x1 and x1 to xn and xn to plus infinity. Here three intervals are there: minus infinity to x1 and x1 to xn and xn to plus infinity. This is also called as mixed random variable. Equal to summation. Okay. Cumulative distribution function of a discrete random variable at any certain event is equal to the summation of the probabilities of random variable. Summation here, summation of the probability of random variable up to that certain event. Up to that certain event. This is cumulative distribution function for discrete random variables. Okay. Okay, we will see the definition. What is probability density function? Probability density function is used for continuous random variable. Okay, probability density function is used for continuous random variable. Probability mass function is used for discrete random variable. Okay, so now we will see the definition of probability density function. What is probability density function? Is the derivative of cumulative distribution function. What is derivative? Derivative of cumulative distribution function. Derivative d by wait. Derivative means d by dt, d by dt, d by dt, d by dt or dx. Here x is the value, d by dt, d by dt of fx. Here the d by dt dx means the derivative of cumulative distribution function CDF with respect to some dummy variable is called probability density function. Shortly we call it as PDF. PDF means probability density function. Mathematically we can use the derivative means d by dx. Here x is dummy variable. PDF. Here the PDF we denote as small fx of x. Small fx of x, which is equal to d by dx of derivative of cumulative distribution function. This is cumulative distribution function. Fx of x, capital Fx of x. Okay, which is probability density function. Okay, properties on this PDF. What is properties with the derivation? Okay, properties are PDF is always non-zero fall. PDF means probability density function is always non-zero for all values of x. All values of x means non-zero. PDF is always non-zero for all values of x. PDF is small fx of x, which is greater than or equal to 0 for all x. This is mathematical. Okay. CDF increases monotonically. CDF increases monotonically for all values, which is non-zero. Therefore, CDF increases monotonically. Derivative of CDF is positive. derivative of CDF is also positive because PDF is always non-zero. Therefore, the derivative of CDF, which is nothing but PDF, which is also always positive. PDF is equal to d by df of CDF. That is, small fx of x is equal to d by dx. Derivative of CDF is capital Fx of x, which is non-zero. Non-zero means fx of x, which is greater than or equal to 0. PDF is always non-zero. Property 2. The area under the PDF curve is always equal to unity. That is, integral from minus infinity to infinity, the PDF function small fx of x, which is with respect to dx, with respect to x, which is equals to 1. The area under the PDF curve is always equal to unity. Proof. We already know that what is the definition of PDF. PDF definition is the derivative of cumulative distribution function. On integrating both sides, here and here, on integrating both sides here and here with respect to minus infinity to infinity, we get minus infinity, the integration of LHS, and which is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity, the d by dx of fx dx. Here LHS as it is, and integration and derivation get cancelled. Okay, then the remaining with, we are remaining with the function. The function is fx. That function is fx. This function. Okay, fx of x with respect to under the interval minus infinity to infinity. Within the interval minus infinity to infinity, fx of infinity. What is the maximum value of CDF? Maximum value of CDF, which is nothing but probability. Maximum probability is 1, and minus fx of minus infinity, which means upper limit minus lower limit, which gives maximum probability is 1 and minimum probability is 0. Therefore, the area under the curve is always equal to unity, which is equals to 1. 1, 0 gives 1. Okay. So now the property 3, property number 3, it is possible to get CDF by integrating PDF. Yes, it is possible. How? We will see how possible to get CDF by integrating PDF. Okay, that is nothing but fx of x, which is equal to integral from minus infinity to x. Here x is certain values of random variable. Here the PDF fx of x with respect to x. Proof. We already know about what is fx. What is PDF is d by dx of fx. We already know derivative of cumulative distribution function gives the probability density function. Okay, this is by definition of probability density function. Let's integrate both sides with respect to x. Integrate both sides with respect to x, minus infinity to x, fx of x with respect to x, and the integral from minus infinity to x, here d by dx of fx of x with respect to x. If integrating fx of x dx as it is, and here integration and derivation get cancelled. Integration, derivation get cancelled. We are remaining with the function fx of x under the interval minus infinity to x, because the integration from minus infinity to x. Therefore, we are remaining with these limits. Okay. Fx of x, in place of x we substitute x, and in minus upper limit minus lower limit. In place lower in the lower limit, we substitute in minus infinity in place of x. Okay, fx of x minus fx of infinity, the value of CDF, the CDF value of x with respect to minus infinity or fx of minus infinity is 0. Earlier we are know about how comes 0. How comes 0? Fx, the cumulative distribution function is lies between 0 and 1. Therefore, fx of minus infinity value is 0. Okay, fx of minus infinity value is 0. Therefore, the fx of x as it is. Therefore, the integration of the CDF PDF integration of the function PDF function, which is equals to the CDF. By integrating PDF, we get cumulative distribution function. By deriving cumulative distribution function, we get probability density function. Okay. This is the relation between probability and this is also called as relation between probability density function and cumulative distribution function. Okay. Property 4. Property 4. What is property 4? Probability of the event x1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to x2 is given by the area under the PDF curve in x1 less than x less than or equal to x2 range. This is range. Probability of the event, this event is given by area under the PDF curve in x1 less than x less than or equal to x2, which is range. What is if we take probability on this event, probability of x1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to x2, which is equals to integral. What is probability of x1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to x2, which gives the cumulative distribution function or cumulative distribution function. The integration of the PDF function, which means probability of x1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to x2 gives the integral of the probability density function. Integral x1 to x2 fx of x with respect to x, which gives integral from how the limits is here putting the limits x1 x2, the limits are x1 x2 is we are splitting the limits minus infinity to x1 and x1 to x2, minus infinity to x1 and x1 to x2, splitting the limit, and we are also splitting the integrals with respect to these limits minus infinity to x2 fx of x, which is minus integral from minus infinity to x1 fx dx. Okay, if we split these integrals, then we get what is the probability of this function from x1 to x2. We need the probability from x1 to x2, but we have minus infinity to x1 and minus infinity to x2. Minus infinity to x2, the limit intervals are minus infinity to x2 and minus infinity to x1. Yes, we are splitting minus infinity to x1 and minus infinity to x2. If we subtract this interval minus infinity to x1 interval from the minus infinity to x2 interval, we get x1 and x2. Okay. Therefore, that's why we are subtracting this interval by taking the interval. Okay. Probability of x1 less than or equal to x2, which means probability of x1 x less than or equal to x2 minus probability of x less than or equal to x1, which is the relation between, we already know about the relation between this and this probability of x1. Okay. Therefore, this is CDF. What is CDF? Which is nothing but probability of x1 less than probability of x less than or equal to x2, which is nothing but capital F of x2 with respect to random variable f of x2 or fx of x2 minus probability of x less than or equal to x1 means capital F x1. Okay, this is the probability of event x1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to x2 is given by the area under the PDF curve in x1 less than x2 less than or equal to x1 less than x less than or equal to x2 range. The range is fx2 minus fx1. This is subtract this interval minus infinity to x2 interval minus infinity to x1 interval by the from the minus infinity to x2 interval we get x1 and x2 interval. Okay, same thing here. Probability of x1 less than or equal to x2, probability of x1 less than x less than x2, which is equal to probability of x1 less than x less than x2, which is also equal to probability of x1 less than or equal to x just less than x2, which is, gives the cumulative distribution function fx2 minus fx. Okay, okay, we will stop here. Problems on this random continuous random variable we'll see in the next class. Okay, understood? Thank you all.